Hello, this is the TradeSite U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for Wednesday, the 11th, September 11th, 2019. And this is the 18th anniversary of 9/11. That usually has an impact because a lot of New York is going to be, looking at the memorial and stuff like that. So it usually has an impact on volume, but we shall see how it goes. Here's a look at the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the broad market and futures form, and as you can see, we've done nothing for about 5 days now. It's been horrible after popping back above that range, which we were in for almost a month. That didn't do much. So let's go through the intraday action, talk about the various charts on the dailies, and then see what we end up with, and go from there. It has not so far been the most exciting week, and it's a little disappointing. Every time we get a gap, we have that trend meeting. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's just get to this. So we got crude oil up 38 cents to 57.78, puts it nowhere. Gold down 20 cents off the highs, but still puts it nowhere. The S&P cash literally gained 0.96 points, so less than a point up. It's a waste of time. The cash filled the gap. INDX down 17.66, did not fill the gap. SOX up 6.76, so it was a little bit positive. The biotechs were up 40.59, but sitting on the lows of the year. And here's the real problem. In such a horrible range since January, that's the real issue. Russell 2000 up 18.75, also in just such a horrible range since January. The VIX closes at 15.20, down 7 cents. The trend closes 0.81. That keeps the 10-day moving average under the 0.85 number. So the sell signal we're getting on the broad market is for reals. We did gap down today, but we didn't really go lower. This is a pretty rare thing to have happen, and it's holding, so it doesn't look good for the markets generally speaking. Nasdaq volume 2.3 billion shares. That's the best we've seen in almost a month. Advanced client ratio plus 886. It's not great, but it's a little good on the Nasdaq. Plus 450 on the New York. Google gains 43 cents, which is just a blip there, and it's about to get a 13 sell signal. Apple up $2.53. They had their new phone announcement today. It didn't go very well. A lot of people don't think it looks very interesting. Netflix down $6.35. Look at the 13 sell signal there, or buy signal there, and the risk line is holding exactly. It's pretty interesting. Amazon down 10.80. Tesla up 3.75. The Facebook down $2.59. Goldman Sachs gains $3.65. None of these are breaking anywhere out of or down from a range. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, finally broke off down a bit from the highs, and the Dow was up 73 points. In terms of intraday action, real quick, so here's what we saw. We gapped down. We had about 3 candles that went lower. That was the entire morning's range. We tried to break out over lunch. Of course, that failed. Came back down, and then the last-minute high candle is what it is. In terms of economic data on Wednesday, PPI an hour before the bell, final wholesale inventories 30 minutes in, crude oil inventories an hour in. It's not the most stuff we've ever seen, but we will see what it leads to. Charts as usual brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple of weeks. Have a great trade.